Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and today I'm taking a closer look at and walking you through the install of the Bilstein B6 Performance Rear Shock, available for all 2011 through 2023 Chargers, not equipped with the self-leveling suspension. Plain and simple, guys, you should be checking out the Bilstein for your Mopar if you're looking to improve things like ride quality, rear end grip and handling, and ultimately helping to reduce wheel hop that would otherwise be caused by a worn out or blown out set of high mileage factory dampers. So the big feature here will be for Charger owners, again, who have noticed kind of that sloppy rear end feel, whether through poor traction, excessive wheel hop, or just generally a loose overall feeling with poor ride quality. Now the Bilsteins that we're featuring here today are specifically going to be that B6 version, and this damper will offer a firm, I would say, but not jarring ride quality that will help improve all the negatives we just described. Now the Bilsteins are not adjustable per se, like user adjustable, but they do come equipped with the velocity sensitive damping that will essentially self-adjust to different road conditions, which is going to be unique to the Bilstein. Now the B6 are going to be a massive upgrade over the factory damper in just about every single way. You're looking at a heavy-duty 46mm damper that will feature a monotube design. That's going to help provide you with less cavitation, less shock fade, and just more consistent performance throughout. Now, especially when you compare these to like more affordable twin tube shocks, well, that difference becomes even more noticeable. Now, the Bilstein does feature an inverted strut design as well, which will incorporate a larger strut shaft bushing along with deflective disc valve technology that will again help that self-adjusting that we mentioned a bit earlier. Finally, guys, the Bilsteins will come with that signature yellow powder coat along with the dust boot here to cover the shaft itself and help keep things looking good and performing good for many years to come. And this is a great time to segue into pricing, and the Bilstein B6 that we have again on the table with us today will land around that mid to high $100 price point per side, which honestly is going to land you, I would say, in the middle of the road here in the category between your basic OE stock replacements on the more budget-friendly side to all the way up to maybe an adjustable Coney on the higher end of the pricing spectrum at the end of the day. So yes, they are going to be a little bit more money, but the performance that you're getting out of this shock compared to just a basic stock equivalent is really going to be night and day. Finally, let's move into our installation portion of today's video, and the site's going to call this a soft 3 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, figuring most owners are probably going to knock this out with some other suspension work, and if you're not, well, certainly something to consider, right? You're going to be in there doing the work. Never a bad idea to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, maybe lower your car at the same time. Whatever the case, you're going to be in there. I would say just set aside a day to get everything banged out. Now, to give you a better idea of just how this one might go down in the garage or driveway at home, let's throw it out to the shop now for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you'll need for this project are an impact gun or a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, an extension, a 15mm and a 16mm socket, and an 18mm wrench. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of rear shocks on our Charger, so let's get started with the uninstall first. All right, first thing we're going to do is remove our lower shock mount here, and we're going to use our 15mm socket on the bolt side and an 18mm wrench on the nut side on the other end, and then we'll go ahead and just take that out first. All right, now we'll remove our 2 upper shock mount bolts using our 16mm socket and an extension. Now you will have to slightly compress the shock to get it out of the housing, and then lift it straight out. Now to install our shock is basically just a reversal of our uninstall process. So we'll set the bottom part in first, then we'll compress the shock slightly to fit it up into the housing, and then we'll put our bolts in. We'll put our lower bolt in first. Loosely attach our nut on the other side. Now, if you're doing this on a set of jack stands on the ground, what you can do is put your floor jack underneath this control arm here and lift this up a little bit to get your mounting plate up to the top of the car. If you're doing it on a lift like what we are, you can go ahead and start one bolt on one side here, and if the other side doesn't go in, if you can't get it to grab the threads, and we're just a little bit short here, and what you can go ahead and do is tighten up one of these bolts here, line up your holes, get it close enough, and then put your other bolt in. We'll tighten up our one bolt here with our 16mm socket, and we'll go ahead and line up our holes on the other side, get that one started, and then we'll tighten that one up. Now we'll tighten up our lower shock mount with our 15mm socket and our 18mm wrench. And now you can repeat that process for the other side. And that wraps up our review and install of the Bilstein B6 Performance Series rear shock for your 11 to 23 Charger without self-leveling suspension. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Charger, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.